Hello, I'm Joseph Giunta, the music director and conductor of the Des Moines Symphony and Academy, and I'm really excited about conducting our upcoming concerts. Beyond the Score, Symphonie Fantastique on April 1st and 2nd. The format of this is really fabulous, whether you're a first-time concert goer or a seasoned concert goer. The first half is made up of the full orchestra sits on stage. And this particular Beyond the Score, Symphonie Fantastique, has a wonderful actor that actually looks like Berlioz and interacts with the orchestra. Also has a local singer and a dancer that does some imaginative movement. It talks about the inspiration of the piece and the composer, gives you some background information about how this piece was inspired. And in the second half, the orchestra just plays whatever piece it is in its entirety as we would with a normal concert. And in this case, the Symphonie Fantastique is that piece. The Chicago Symphony started this about 15 years ago. And when I saw the very first one, the New World Symphony of Dvorak, I knew then that I would have to bring this to Des Moines. It's a wonderful conglomeration of singing and acting and of course music, and I think you'll all enjoy it. You know, many people have described Berlioz's Symphonie Fantastique with words like radical or innovative. The Symphonie Fantastique is a wonderful early example of programmatic music, meaning that music that tells a story. The piece is noted for its really huge orchestration. For example, he uses 4 bassoons, 2 tubas, 2 harps, and there's this unusual recurring theme that we call the idée fixe, a fixed idea, which is the theme of Harriet Smithson, who was Berlioz's Unrequited Love. In Paris, he attended an English production, and when this beautiful, red-headed Irish woman walked out on stage that was playing Ophelia, it was love at first sight for Berlioz, and it was that particular moment that inspired the Symphonie Fantastique. Now, the story is about an artist who poisoned himself with opium because of this hopeless, unrequited love. Many scholars feel that Berlioz himself was under the influence of opium when he wrote this piece. Leonard Bernstein describes the piece as the first experiment in psychedelia. The first movement is called Reveries and Passions. It's about a young musician who sees a woman and falls madly in love. The woman inspires the artist's theme, and it's the common thread for the whole piece. And the movement includes joy and passion and ends with a very quiet, religious sound. The second movement is a ball. The artist wakes up at a castle and there's people dancing in the beautiful ball gowns, and 2 times the fixed idea appears in this movement, and those are the 2 times that the artist sees this beautiful woman again in his dream. The third movement brings Berlioz back to his childhood. He grew up in the countryside and he always felt great comfort there. So this third movement he calls the scene in the fields. There's a wonderful dialogue between 2 shepherds in this scene, but the 2 shepherds are the oboe and the English horn. Towards the end of the movement, you'll hear the timpani imitating the thunder of a faraway storm. Fourth movement, the march to the scaffold. And here is where really the artist actually poisons himself with opium and he falls asleep and has this vivid nightmare of that he's killed his beloved. He's led to the scaffold after he's caught and witnesses actually his own execution. And at the end, again, this fixed idea appears just before the fatal blow. And the final movement is called The Dream of the Night of the Sabbath. And here the young artist sees himself at a witch's sabbath, and there's monsters and sorcerers and ghouls and all kinds of dancing and hideous costumes going on, and they're making strange sounds and groans. The witch's dance then combines with this fixed idea that we talked about earlier. It's by far the most extensive movement. My favorite part of it is a diabolical E-flat clarinet solo that starts the fugue that's wonderful. And then there's this section where the strings turn their bows upside down and bang the wood of their bow on the string. It's an effect called collegno. With the wood of the bow, and it symbolizes the bones, the skeletons dancing in this wonderful diabolical fugue. What I love about these Beyond the Score productions is that whether you're a first-time symphony goer or have been to the orchestra concerts many times, you always walk away learning something that maybe you didn't know before. This combination of visual activity with the film and the actor and the dance and the singer and the full orchestra on stage, there's just nothing like it. Symphonie Fantastique represents an important piece in our repertoire, and there's nothing like it, and probably will never be anything as unique as this. I always look forward to conducting it, and I certainly look forward to seeing all of you at our concerts on April 1st and 2nd.